and good morning, Captain Olaf. Beste wense vir jou ook, meneer. Baie dankie. Best wishes to everybody on stream and on Discord for the new year. Happy New Year. I hope it's the best one in our lives going forward. Compared to 2020, I think we really need some good experiences in this year. So anyway, I hope you're going to enjoy it, and I hope you're going to enjoy the Zibo mod with us for a time to come. I hope you guys have caught on to the fact that we are now also using torrents to get the Zibo mod out to you. In a matter of like, I would say 15 minutes, I was pushing out just under 70 gig on the torrent server. Just shows you the demand. I mean, on the 1 gig file, that means approximately 70 people. Obviously, took it like within 15 minutes. So we'll keep an eye on everything. I think the distributed model might actually be worth much. I beg your pardon, much more than the continuous on and off we get from the Google Drives. I don't think it was made for it. It served us well, but we have moved on. Please check all my links. You'll get all the rest of the links and the torrents and stuff in there. I've set up an RSS feed. This is a preliminary one. We'll see what happens to the server guys who said, I've got about 6-7 guys with servers who said they're going to help seed for us. So I think the record we got yesterday was the 1 gig file downloaded in 3 minutes. Mr. Casey actually reported that one. So all in all, it seems good potential, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Gents, here on Discord, did you guys have a good last night of the 2020?
It went exactly on plan. It was nice, thank you.
Gotcha.
Very nice, yes.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. No, that's fine. We had some major fireworks all around our house. So I started sleeping and dreaming, and then bang, 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 and wide awake, and I had to wait a while to go to sleep again. Okay, so let's talk about Zibo. This is obviously now version 45. There was a version change to facilitate all the new things that are coming. The biggest change at the very last moment was the FMC that changed. Alright, so I'm just going to show you quickly. We now have 2 options for the FMC, and this is the newer model. So this is called A2. If you go into your settings, you can actually go to display variants, top left hand button. Oops, I clicked there, should not. Move on. There we go. So this is A2. This is the latest version in the NGs, and I think this is also the same one they use in the Maxes now. Hey, Mac, is that true? Somebody might want to just answer that. Not sure, but I think this is obviously the latest one in the NGs, and so it looks a little bit different. If you study the buttons, you'll see there's an ATC button and a VNAV button. So instead of having the climb, the cruise, and the descent buttons, it's all now configured under VNAV, and ATC is your CPDLC connection. So big stories coming in the future. 2021 is going to be a big one for Zibo, implementing all the latest and greatest stories. So again, you can find this. Let me go back, display variants in your settings, and just scroll through to the very back. Once we are using it, I'll just show you once it's up and running what the differences are. It's cosmetic really in a certain sense. You just have to learn where the new or the same old functions are under the new button. That's all. Guys, anything else you want me to quickly mention before I start getting ready?
What did you do last night?
Me? I was
Yes.
working, tinkering on the VA, and I was doing a couple of family things, just chilling, relaxing, and then I had a nice chat with the guys on Discord. That's
Good
about
for you.
it.
Good. How is Uncle John?
Uncle John, he's downstairs. He's working. He's
He's
help.
working.
Yes, he's helping my wife fix a cabinet that was in our bathroom that got water damage. So he
Good.
decided today is that day. He's going to do that. Okay, I guess I can start prepping then. Good morning, Krister. Good morning, Steve. Yeah,
I'm
let's.
just trying to,
Hmm.
over the week or so, there's been a lot of refinements in the plane.
Yes, yeah. LNAV issues, that big one with the difference in LNAV and go arounds. Then the auto land, all of those things came into play. Um, let's go
Almost too
back
many
there.
to remember.
Exactly, it's just too much to remember. So many refinements. All right, so for the older aircraft, there is a VOR lock option. That is for your auto lands and go-arounds, and the LNAV arm, that is for the newer generation. I obviously fly with the newer generation stuff, so that's why my settings are like that. That's the one big thing that stands out. Can't think of any other big thing. Oh, I want to show you something else while we're talking about it. Let's go on the outside. So I'm not sure when Yuri is going to release this. He says he wants to do it once the level up aircraft is released. And I said to him, you know what, if I were you, I would just release this because it's so cool for me. Okay. So what you guys see here, the steps, and obviously the little van with the two people there, the cones, and those steps over there. Disregarding this, let's hide the jar design once quickly so we don't create a misconception there. All right, so the ground stories you see here. Okay, this is something that Yeri has refined during the last week. So I can actually now get it to auto operate just by selecting a setting. I don't know if I can show you guys because it's hidden behind the stop bar there. But you see when I close and open my doors, there is a routine. You can decide whether you want it to operate individually, you know, or manually, so to speak, and then you can switch them on individually, or you can obviously click the button and then it puts it on uh, automatic appear and disappear. And one of the things he refined for us was I helped him test this is when you get to a jetway, you obviously don't want these steps there. So he gave us the ability to use the automatic function, but then disable, one of the steps as well. So he did a lot of work there. I'm quite impressed. Thank you, Yuri, for that. So now he must just release it, get it out there. Steve, yes, sir. No, this is the one that is currently on the stream. This is made by Yuri in the Zibo team for the Zibo mod and for the level up aircraft that is coming. All right. So this is going to be a free add-on. It will not, as far as I know, be part of the Zibo download. Yuri is keeping it on the outside because, of the ability it gives him to then implement it for other aircraft as well, but it obviously started now with the Zibo mod. So to answer your first question, yes, NG is your new generation ones. All the newer aircraft that comes from Boeing have got various different things. I think one of the things we haven't actually discussed openly, and I'm not going to say much about it because I can't speak on Zibo's behalf, is for instance the electronic ignition. Most of the new NGs actually do not have the fuel cutoff switches anymore. They're quite different. So you'll see when level up comes out, the level up 800s, 900s, they already incorporate the electronic ignition. So instead of waiting for 25 into to flick the switch, you wait until 15 into and you lift it and it does the rest automatically on the FADEC from there on. So that is something that I think Zibo we'll still look at some point in time, you know. Hallo Robert en gelukkige nuwe jaar vir jou. Baie dankie. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell
Yes.
what I can remember. Paul, if there's anything else, we can discuss it in the flight.
Okay, well, I've just found a list of what was happening last Monday,
Okay, okay.
so we can mention that later.
Yeah. Let's get in the air and then we enjoy the time together and talk about all these things. Let me get my load and everything done. At this time, yes, Steve. If I can persuade him, and I have tried twice already, if I can persuade him to make the complete set, you won't need the jar design. But if you want to fill the gap from what Yuri has done on the left-hand side, he's basically covered the left-hand side with ground vehicles, you know, for free. If you want the stuff on the right-hand side or the bus and the limousine and the additional support vehicles, then obviously you're going to have to get the jar design ground handling deluxe.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all.
Hello,
Good
daar.
morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all.
Steve,
Good
Yuri,
day.
sorry, Paul. Steve, Yuri has not released it yet. I did mention it briefly before. He's waiting, he said, on the level up aircraft to be released. I've tried to twist his arm to actually release this. Maybe he surprises us this week. But it will obviously be via some or other link via the org forum somewhere. You guys will see. So what we're talking about are the two steps, the little white van, the two gentlemen, and the cones. The van at the back, this one with a nice painting on, that's been customized for me. See, it's customized for me. That one, and then all the stuff on the right hand side except for the fuel truck and that little guy with the ladder. I mean, Uncle John's loader and those baggage loaders, those are the jar design ones. As a matter of interest, this field truck and that little man with his step ladder, that was also made by Yeri. Now you guys know that one is included in the Zibo mod, but the other stuff, as far as I understand, it will be a separate download from the org when he releases them. And there the field truck's done. Alrighty, let's see. Do we need ground power? Yes, we do. Better push back. Ooh, I didn't think far enough. Let's just see which side is which side. Matthew, long time no more, sir. Long time no more. I'm just living my dream through the flight simulator. I'm very privileged to have a lot of real world pilots assisting in this Zibo team, as well as consulting for us. So I deal with lots of real guys. I get my training from the real guys. So when I tell you something, it's as good as gold, because it comes from the real guys. But I am not a licensed Boeing pilot at this point in time.
I'm real pilot in my territory.
Yeah, your territory is there in front of your desk, right?
Yes.
Wonderful, Hakan. Yeah, I'm a real sim pilot as well. I fly this desk simulator very well. Um,
Would you classify yourself as a test pilot?
I'm very definitely a test pilot.
What are you testing for?
Not today, Hakan. Today we're not testing anything. Today we're just gonna have a nice chat and enjoy the fruit of our labor. I just need to get my pushback right. I think I need to go that side.
It doesn't matter. Even you are in the wrong choice, you can direct your airplane.
I'll do a donut turn here. You must check that. I'll throw a donut with this Boeing.
Okay.
And brake turn.
No problem. You can do that everything. Nico,
Hmm.
I have entered some frequencies, I mean viua frequency and NDB frequency to airplane. What I need to follow for my landing, sir? Which phase I need to activate on the ND?
Now on the Indy, what's going to happen is you're going to get the Ian configuration and you're going to treat it like an ILS. You don't need to have a VOR or anything tuned. It doesn't work that way. It runs off your FMC. So what's going to happen is you're going to get closer. You're going to see the diamonds. You're going to see the whole Ian identification top left in the primary flight display, and you treat it like an ILS.
Okay. Then I will follow artificial horizon.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
follow the flight directors.
yeah, I see.
When we're ready, my friend, we will push back. I didn't realize I called him. I thought I was just planning it. But anyway, he'll have to stand there and twiddle a bit. Steve, yes, that's true. The airlines do have a mandatory retirement age. In a private pilot's license, it doesn't work the same way, especially not in a sports license. So in the real world, you can actually still fly for many, many years afterwards. But then also in the flight simulator, I mean, there's no age restriction. We have had guys here in the very deep 80s fly with us, you know. So
Even if we have age restrictions, we are still young. We need to go and take long, long ways. Even if you don't believe me, ask Nico. Uncle John is 18 years old.
18, yeah, it
18,
sounds,
yeah.
yeah. I got the spelling right, wrong there. I'll
That
be,
means there are lots of time to retirement, sir.
yeah.
Krista, I thought the idea of a Volvo was you tried to keep it on the ground, not fly it. That was said tongue in cheek as a joke.
I'm not sure if his auto texter would catch you. You're very soft, Mac. That's the only thing. I think he didn't hear you because you're soft. Very, very soft.
Mr. Mac, please don't
Yes,
become.
Matthew, I am.
You are not soft. Your voice is soft.
It's my just woke up voice, that's what it is.
If you want, I can buy some breakfast for you in the new year, sir.
I could starve before the new year.
Christer says, yeah, you are very soft. Sounds good, Matthew. Sounds good. You can see we are a bit more to the south when we fly here compared to those very northern flights where we have to get all those big minus temperature numbers.
I'm almost descending, sir.
I see on the map.
Matthew, studying for being a pilot. Good.
Trim up.
Where are you in, Matthew?
Right guys, I'm gonna start my APU now. Rand Airport, awesome.
Where is Rand, Nico?
Rand Airport is next to FAOR. The ICAO is FAGM. It's probably about 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers from my house.
Wow. In South Africa, you mean? Okay.
Yes.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Hello Ryan, goeiemôre. Hello Albapino, happy new year to you too. I think I'm ready to go, guys. Any objection? May I go? Anybody else want to fly with and I need to wait for? Or am I good to go?
No objection today. Go ahead, sir.
Alright, there's Tix number 8. That is Anthony. Good morning, Anthony.
Maybe a couple of minutes.
Alright, do you want me to wait or can I go?
Go. I'll be there.
Jump.
I'm descending.
Starting pushback.
I'm going to check whether it's
Before
safe.
start procedure. Yeah, you check that. Thank you, sir.
Before start procedure.
Ah, there's another aircraft coming there.
Before start procedure completed.
Thank you, sir, Christer. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine. (25 and 2).
Guys, while we are waiting, I just want to show you guys something. The scenery that I'm using here, um, I've put a link in the description below the video. If you click on show more, you'll find it. Please take your time when you install it. This is,
Starter
in
cutout.
my opinion, the best scenery, most realistic scenery for this island. And you will see if you compare it to real world when you look at the pylons over there and the extended runway and everything. The default one, as far as I know, does not have this. It's just flat. There's no great realism. So when you do this installation, please take care. Read and double read everything you do. It took me a day or two to figure it out because even I skipped and missed something. But if you guys can get this to work, I mean, this is really, really beautiful scenery. Really beautiful scenery. Very well done. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
And there's the landing guy.
(25N2).
He made it. He made it. Steve, I would highly recommend that you get Explain. Come and join us. We'll help you sort you out. But forget about FSX. It's too old. It's 14 years odd old now. Explain is just going from strength to strength. So you'd rather come and join us on Explain, and then we can teach you about, you know, Zibo and all these things as well. But that's just me. That's just an invitation. No pressure. Ryan, I haven't got any
Starter cutout. Engine
link
start
to
procedure
Project
complete.
Fly. I have no idea how to answer. I just don't know. Go ask Matt and the guys. They'll tell you. Yeah, Explain and everything. Stick to Explain. Right, I'm ready to go.
Flaps 5 set.
I forgot to release this guy.
Snow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
So, sir, did you win? I know you do. But the question is a formality. The question is a formality. I need to ask sometime. Yeah. I'm about to take off at Madeira. Yeah, we're gonna do this. No, no. La Palma, La Palma, La Palma. Sorry, I'm talking nonsense. We're going to La Palma. This is Madeira. You see.
Pushing it back.
We're on YouTube, sir. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Approaching 05.
Taxi lights on. Before takeoff procedure
On runway
complete
231, 1,400 feet remaining.
Unfortunately, I
100
cannot
remaining.
communicate on YouTube in text, but there are certain matters being discussed in the chat at the moment that is not for YouTube chat. It should be done privately.
Yeah, I agree. Christian, come talk privately to us. You were requested to do certain things. You did not do it. You did not comply. It does not help to cry afterwards. Now, unfortunately, we are not angry at you. We are trying to help you here. And there are certain ways of doing things and certain ways of not doing it. The door is open, but it's our house, our rules. As easy as that. And we're trying to educate you, we're trying to help you, we're trying to take your hand in the whole process, and you are slapping it away. If you can't deal with our rules, I can't help you. I can't help you. We'd love to have you back. please follow the link. It was a moderator who removed you. It was not me personally, and that's beside the point. There are rules to follow. So follow the link, come back to the server, say your piece, state your case. We'll state, the moderators will state their case, and then you can, decide whether you want to stay or not. Right, I'm ready to go. Let me get this puppy in the air.
Stabilized.
Toga.
Takeoff thrust set.
No, Christian, the rules that you broke was rule number 4 and rule number 5. If you come into the server and you go read rule number 4 and number 5, you will know and understand what it is all about.
Krista, yesterday the harmony of the channel, Discord channel, was not running smoothly.
Positive rate.
The moderators had a meeting. We decided to speak or wanted to chat privately with the individuals involved. Vaughan was acting as spokesman after the moderator
Product
meeting.
work in demo mode.
We don't
Please use menu
want
to register your copy.
make big
Product work in
mountains
demo mode.
out of molehills.
Please use menu
We
to
just
register
want
your
harmony.
copy.
The reason he asked you to be friends was because he tried to private
Product
message
work in
you
demo mode.
in
Please use menu to
Discord,
register
but
your
your
copy.
Discord settings do not allow private messages of matters to be sent to you currently, and that was why he had to request to become a friend. So your Discord settings prevented us from, as moderators, doing it without asking for friendship. Christian, please
Product
don't
work in demo
try and
mode.
stir it.
Please use menu to register your copy.
I'm sorry, aviation, Chris. Sorry, Chris.
Product work in demo mode. Please use menu to register your copy. Product work in demo mode. Please use menu to register your copy.
Okay guys, sorry I had to take the screen off there. Linda was complaining about the serial number. It's a new installation, so I had to do that. Christian, when a family member asks another family member for a meeting, that is how it's done. You don't refuse a meeting, alright? You don't call it whatever you called it. You actually go to the family meeting and you hear it out. You state your case. That's what family does. You have point blank refused to play by our rules. You have point blank refused to come to the meeting. You have point blank refused everything we've tried to get you to do after that whole fight on Discord. It doesn't work that way in family. That it means it's a one-sided affair, and it can't work just one-sided. It's got to be a give and take. Right, so Linda is configured, but she's obviously now out of sync with everything she had to do. Not much happened there. Some happened, some not. That's a good idea. Let's see.
Zibo Nico is involved with so many.
That can cut out, so whatever you're saying.
Final.
Thank you.
Nico is involved with so many aviation activities in the civilian world. We didn't want it to just be a personal thing. Nico charges us with having moderators to try and bring harmony in certain areas. The moderators had a meeting. One of the moderators was nominated to contact you. They have tried to do so. You did not wish to communicate with them. You were perfectly happy to chat and communicate with people yesterday, but you don't want to today. Why?
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop this conversation here. It's not conducive to the stream and the spirit of how we operate and how we work. Any more references I'm going to put on timeout. The path is very simple. I've explained it. You can rewind it, listen to it again, Christian, if you want to. We're waiting for you. We'll gladly accept you back. But you've got to come and follow the rules. As easy as that. We cannot allow discord on our Discord amongst the brothers here. It doesn't work. The strife is not going to work. You know, we've never had it, like Uncle John said, not to this extent, and we've had to make the decision to get you to a meeting, and that's what we're waiting for. So you're welcome to come and join, come talk to Paul. If you want all the moderators there, ain't gonna happen. That's not how it works. Read the rules, fall in, and you're welcome anytime. That's the end of that story.
Nico,
Yes.
with this new update with Zibo, I'm getting a fantastic increase in frame rate, don't you?
Ooh, I've locked my frames at 31 frames per second in my sim, so I wouldn't be able to tell you if I got a frame increase or not. But if you look at the way the aircraft is being converted from XLUA, and you put it into C++, C++ is much leaner and meaner, so you're going to continuously get performance increases, less VAS usage and all kinds of nice things, you know. So that's all part of just updating.
You're doing a good job.
Nico,
Yes, sir.
you're still running OpenGL?
Yes. I have a version of Vulkan, a separate installation, and I do run it from time to time, but I prefer not to run it on a stream, because 9 out of 10 times it seems to just fail on me. So it's of course. Yeah, Joe, what we found in our tests with Vulkan is the more third-party stuff that you have running with Vulkan, the more likely it is to crash on you. And then, like Uncle John just mentioned in my ears here, is obviously, I mean, he's sitting next to me. I've got 5 screens on my system. Each screen is full of something. So I've got a total overload to get this stream out to you guys, you know, and the PCs don't handle that very well, you know, big PC or not, it's just not, you know, easy to handle. And Vulkan is new. Vulkan on its own runs perfectly well. The moment you start adding all these third-party stuff and overloading the system, it becomes a problem.
I find that stuff also.
Yeah.
And it's never in the beginning, it's always at the end. Or somewhere in the middle of the flight.
Yeah. It waits until you can't afford it. You know, at that point, it just closes on you.
Let me bite you now. You know, let me really aggravate you.
Yeah, no worries. Matthew, if you have an aircraft that is fully compatible and compliant with the experimental flight model in X-Plane, it's going to feel way different than when you run it in the default flight model. So if you want to do a Dutch roll, like you say, go find an aircraft that can actually do it, that's modeled to be able to do it, and use the experimental flight model. So terms and conditions apply, as they say. Steve, I agree. There's very little difference, and to be quite honest, because of my add-ons, OpenGL just responds better at this point in time, so I'm happy to stay here. Yeah, but if you're going to take a little aerobatic aircraft, they don't have your dampers, hey Steve. I'm not going to try it in this aircraft. I don't know, it was a couple of streams ago. I got mad and I actually did a barrel roll just quickly, you know. But I'm not going to do it again. Yeah, Uncle John shows me I'm crazy. Paul, you have that list handy.
Yes, I have. Yeah, it was a week ago Monday, and I've written overspeed and underspeed protection.
Oh yes, that's right. Overspeed and underspeed protection. We did that test. Was that not the stream where Zibo was with us? They, yeah, it was. They flying from Salt Lake City to Phoenix. Yes. That's where we did that one. It worked. Yes. Next one.
So I'm just trying to remember. The plane automatically throttles up if you try and climb but underpowered, and also throttles back if you're trying to overspeed through.
Yes, Yes, the requirement is that you need to have auto throttle on, and autopilot must be off, and you cannot be in a speed mode. Okay, so once you are just in autopilot off mode with no speed control, but auto throttle is on, all those goodies will happen. Because I mean, sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
If you fly normally, all the speed controls are there anyway. So that's just an added layer of security when you get kicked off autopilot. Okay.
Make me famous, I said.
Make you famous? Why?
Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
How I landed.
Oh. Hello, Richie.
Good New Year for us all. A better one.
Yeah. Very nice, Hakan.
191 FPM, sir.
Okay, I'll try my best to comply.
1000 to level off.
You need to.
1,000 to go.
Look at that. I am really professional, sir.
Yes, very nice, very nice.
It is noted. It is noted, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Uncle John.
I can rewind quickly. Let's show the people.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Well, I hope I can match that.
Thank you, Mr. Piano.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nico. Do you see how I soft landed like Mr. McTrying voice?
To each and every one of you, including those on stream, all of my friends in Discord, Happy New Year to you all. You don't need to reply, but just wanted to say to you all, have a fun day.
Mr. Uncle John, where were you in last night?
Avoiding all the fireworks, sleeping, sir.
I was sleeping as well, but we were mentioning about you today. You were 18 years old. You should have gone to somewhere by yourself to make amusement.
In England, I can't sleep. In South Africa, I can't stop sleeping.
Because the weather, the air is really fresh. Am I right?
Perfect, perfect.
Good, sir.
Paul.
You feel yourself like a baby.
Yes.
I'm sending a message quick.
Okay, next on the list was sidestep.
Yes.
What's sidestep?
You'll soon find out, sir.
I really wonder. Rules of regulations, I think. What?
No, sir. If you look at my screen, you'll see we're doing a side step of 5 nautical miles to the right of our path. I did not use waypoints to start and end. I can't because there aren't enough in the route. Okay, this route just doesn't work that way. So anyway, there you go. Now it's turning off the normal path, going 5 nautical miles to the side, and we can actually delete it. We don't need to actually do it.
Give me lots of information, sir. The only thing I need runway and airplane, that's all.
Okay. Right, so I'm just turning us back on track. You guys can see the little dotted line went away. Thank you, Paul.
Now, if you don't believe me, ask to Mr. Christopher that I'm professional.
Backhand, you're an old school stick and rudder guy, aren't you?
Of course, I like visual approach if you compare with the instrumental. But again, I love you, Mr. Nico.
Oh, thank you, okay.
I have to tell you, I often make
What would the
mistakes
purpose
when
of a
I'm
sidestep be?
Nat tracks and things, when you go fly over the ocean and there's oncoming traffic, what they do is they ask you to just sidestep for a moment if somebody's in your way. For instance, that's one example.
That's an excellent example.
What is, you don't need to be worried about that.
And I have also written down, we get a decimal place in the fixes.
Ah. Sergeant, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just busy. I'll get to you shortly. So if we go to fix. Let's go to legs first. Let's go grab brick. Fix. Go and put brick in there, and then we said we could put a radial and then a distance with a decimal point. So what radial do you want me to put in there? Give me something. 090, why not? We put 4.3. If you want to give me something else, you can shout something else. There you go. There it is. Uncle John, I can call you.
Say again, sir. Missed that.
I didn't receive my New Year present, sir. What did you buy for me?
It's UPS. They're really running slow at the moment. As soon as they catch up, you'll get it.
Okay. I will be waiting for it for a whole year.
Yeah, it's in the mail. Don't worry.
Okay. Maybe next year I can take it.
It's a bag of fresh air from South Africa.
Yes. Yes.
Please explain what you just did now.
I laughed. That's all.
No, it was like there's the 90 degrees.
Oh, that thing. Yeah. No. What we did was for circle to land. This is one of the things that you're going to need. You need a specific point, and it needs to be on a specific radial, and it needs to be at a specific distance. Now, what Zibo implemented from fixed 25 and upwards on 344, he allowed us to have decimal points in the distance. In the old versions before 25, 344.25 to be specific, you couldn't put a decimal point.
Okay, but the radial, explain the radial.
Okay, well, the radial is
relation to the distance.
No, well, that was just a thumb suck. It's got no relation at all. It just allows me to draw that dotted line. You understand? That's all. So if you need a guidance at a specific radial, and you want to see a green line like that, you put that specific radial in, and the 4.3 refers to the circle. That's your distance around the waypoint. So that's the radial. That's just, you can put any number in there for many purposes. It's just going to draw the dotted line on that radial line.
So for instance, if you have a vector coming into Cape Town, for instance, there's always vectors. You can actually create yourself a waypoint and a radial.
You can, if you wanted to. There's various applications. Like I said, circle to land is just one that Sasso was on about. So. You see, the other thing is, remember when we set up our final approach fix. I need to quickly have a look, see which one it would be. It would probably be that one, because that's where the glide path starts. Yes, so FQ36 is the final approach fix. If we go put that in there, we can now also go and put different values for distances in there. But this is old news, this is nothing new. Yeah. It's just, that's the way we teach the guys to learn how to use the flaps without breaking them off and all. See, in that case, we don't really need radials because we're going to be on the magenta line. It's irrelevant what the radials are. So we'll keep that. We'll keep that. Right, I'm 45 nautical miles from top of descent. I suppose I need to start thinking about descending and all those good things, eh?
Nico, I think the decimal point is only active with all 10. 10 knots.
It's possible. It's possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go for me. Thank you very much for this beautiful flight that you said. I hope we can fly this year much more better than today.
Okay, enjoy.
Good day. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, Arkin.
There you go. Crester has got some very good explanation there. Okay, now coming back to Sergeant. Sorry, Sergeant, yeah, I hope you enjoy that exec. It's a very lovely aircraft. I must actually fly it again sometime. Not now, but we'll get there again. Yeah, and Happy New Year to you too. Right, so I want to quickly go and look at the VNAV. So because this is the new FMC, I'm going to click on the VNAV button and then I need to find my page. There we go, that's our descent path. We go to forecast and then the rest is basically going to run the same. Functionality does not change, it's just the location of where things are. Have you got some more stuff in your list?
No, the only other thing I think you've mentioned briefly, which was the Cat 3 rollout option.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that a little bit earlier.
But there was a lot going on in that that stream. Lots of little extra cherries on the cake. It's lovely.
Yeah, that was a night of excitement with what was coming out.
Hello Amar and Happy New Year to you too.
Top of descent 13 nautical miles. How far are you, Nico? Just want to make sure our separation is
16 nauticals for top of descent.
Okay, so we are a little close.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We are professional, we can handle it. Alright, so we do not have ILS at this airport. We have an NDB approach. We're going to turn that NDB approach into an EN approach. So we're going to treat it like an ILS. And if you guys don't know what EN is, you're welcome to go and research integrated avionics, or sorry, integrated approach navigation. Integrated approach navigation. Thank you for the following. Right, so anyway, we're going to treat it as an ILS. The Zibo gives us that advanced feature, which is also part of the newer generation of things. Basically, an EN approach takes care of 18 different approaches, so VOR, DME, NDB, all your LNAV, VNAV, RNAV stuff, etc., etc. So just bear with us, you'll see this display come up here at the top left hand corner identifying it, and we're literally going to use it as an ILS then. 50. Right.
Nico,
Yes, sir.
on the approach plate for this airport, it has an Ian identifier number?
No, no, no. That is for your EGNOS or WAS or something for LPV. No, there's nothing like that. Let me get it on the screen here quickly. All right. So what we have is we've got the final approach course, which I've just tuned in. We were supposed to descend just now, so let me just quickly get this aircraft to descend in the background. All right, so we've got that. Our NDB, Bravo X-ray, is identified as 389, so what we can actually do, just for reference, it's got no bearing actually on the Ian at all, but we can put 389 in here. And flip it over, and then what we can do is we can actually enable the ADF over there, which means we're going to get a little blue arrow there at the top for the ADF, just giving us some indication. It's not relevant, it's just a visual aid. So we've done that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at our descent. We need to go, our intercept point is 3,400 feet. Let's make this smaller. I'll put that at 3,400. Right. For the Class C aircraft, we're actually in Class D space, by the way. We'll use 1740.
Missed your top of descent.
I did, but it's caught up already. 1740. Right, so that's that. Altimeter was 1023. I'll double check that, but I think that's what I recall. 1023, that is correct. Right, the only thing we want to do now, one of those orange cool drinks would really be nice. Yeah, thanks, Uncle John. We don't want the ILS active there at all, because that could potentially interfere. Let's quickly look, see if there is actually a VOR here. I don't think there is a VOR. Yes, there is. There is. So we're going to tune 11240, and we can use our second VOR there. Alright, so by implication you can already see we've got that radial line from VOR2. There's the little blue tip of the ADF picking up the beacon, the NDB there. So we've got range rings, we've got the actual pointer for the NDB, and we've got the course signified by that radial. So we've got a lot of tools at our disposal to make sure we land at the right runway at the right place, you know. So then I'm gonna go for auto brake 3 at least. Let's see if we need to maybe go more. Yeah, we are a bit heavy. Like I said, we're in the space of a Class D really, not a Class C when we land now. This is a 7,200 foot runway, 2,200 meters. I think we said 65 point or something. Let me just check. Okay. Right, so auto brake 3 is actually cutting it a bit fine there. Let's see if we need to go maybe 40. Gives us a little bit more. Why don't we go for a flaps 40 landing this time? I think that will be a first prize. Daniel, terrain inhibit message on the ND. Can you send me a screenshot? I presume your Avitab is, not Avitab, terrain radar is up to date, right?
Hey, why did you choose to be a pilot? Just for money?
No, to meet you. How's that for an answer? Ah, you see, now she's not interested. Sorry, Daniel, out of my first year, I can't imagine why and so on. All I can imagine is that you need to be on the latest version of the terrain radar and you need to be configured somewhere. But I mean, I'd love to troubleshoot with you. I just don't know where to start with that one. I've got my terrain on there, it's off. I don't have a terrain inhibit message, so I'm stuck with that one, sorry. Paul, did we finish your list?
Yes, we did. I think there might be one or two other things that went on in that stream, but I can't bring them to mind. I do remember a few suggestions that we gave to Zibo, because I remember saying that we've got a few cherries on the cake tonight, but we've given him work for Christmas.
Yes.
But I can't remember the details.
Yeah, can't remember the details either right now. Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated. I'm sure he'll contact you after the stream, buddy. We're almost done. Then you can have a chat with him. Yeah, this has been a nice flight. Not too long, not too short. Interesting.
The way it's set up now, the airplane will handle that offset approach, because this is kind of like an offset approach, right?
Sorry, let me check. Joe, I can't tell you, I don't know. It's probably not going to handle it very efficiently. We might have to intervene, so we'll check when we get there. Daniel, you are welcome to use Messenger on Facebook. This is my actual Facebook page. You can use that Messenger, or you can use Discord. The Discord link is below this video. Anybody can join us there. You're welcome to join us. It's in the description below the video. Just click on show more. Send it to me on Discord maybe, you know. And Discord, actually, guys, to be quite honest, is getting more and more and more important in our lives. I would highly recommend you guys get on Discord. If you don't have a Discord account yet, get there. Get one. Because, I mean, we basically live on Discord much more than on Facebook. You know, Facebook is a nice point of contact just for a quick note, but we can't do training on Facebook. We can't do troubleshooting on Facebook. You know, in Facebook it ends up becoming like this big guessing game, you know, and you've got to try and figure out. Whereas on Discord it's so much nicer just to go one-on-one, share a screen. You know, if you've got a problem, show me. And stuff like that. So I would highly recommend that if you guys can actually do that, do that. Thank you, Olaf. Enjoy. We'll talk later. Guys, the other way that I actually forgot about for a second, I'm just thinking about it. The official way of contacting me about actual Zibo problems will be on the forum, you know, Zibo forum. It doesn't mean that you can't come to everything else that I said about Discord. I mean, that is where we live. But if it's an official problem, you know, or a feature request or something, that would be the place to mention it, because Zibo is there as well. You know, Zibo doesn't come to our Discord. Him and me have got personal connection on Discord, you know, but he doesn't chat with us on Discord, yeah. So if you need Zibo's input, go to the forum. That will be the best place.
Approaching transition.
Uncle John is just putting some Grenadella twist, so I can cool down a little bit.
Transition level.
Next few minutes after Nico's landed, it's a family barbecue, or should I say braai?
Yeah, we're gonna braai.
Okay, what are you barbecuing? Anything?
Sorry. That's a cool drink. That's a cool drink coming back talking with me. Joe, I have no idea. I'll get to see when I get there. It's probably going to be steak and chicken and sausage or something. Some boerewors. I don't know. We'll see. No, I just get the box of tricks when I go down. Surprise, surprise! Christian, Paul will take you through the steps and all. Just give him a second, let him finish here. When I'm at the braai, he can sort you out. Don't worry about it, he'll sort you out.
Flaps 5 set.
Well, if that's the runway center line, Joe, we've got one heck of an offset.
Yeah,
And it appears
peninsula.
to be a.
There's a peninsula that juts out.
I see.
That just shows how the plane would react to this approach.
Flaps 15 set. Thousand to level off.
Wow, doesn't that look nice?
1,000 to go.
Yes, Krister, I can see that. Alright. Anyway, we are a bit high. You can see the diamonds are there. You can see the Ian. For the guys who don't know about it, there's Ian. You can see the diamonds are there, but we are a bit high. We're still on the VNAV path, so hopefully it will drop us and that will lift up. It will be interesting to see if we can actually use it as guidance with the offset now, whether it will take it into account or not. And we're doing a flaps 40 landing. I need to actually tell the FMC that as well now.
You have all the flaps out?
Negative, I'm on flaps 30 now. Now I don't want to break that hard this far out. We are still 8.8 nautical miles from the runway. Yeah, we've lost that guidance. We were too high. The diamond's gone off. So what we need to do? Yeah. We can either try and recover. This way, let's see. 17. Can't really go below 17. That is our MDA. So we need to make a decision whether we're going to land or not before we get to 17. You can see there. Look, your localizer as such is it seems to be on the runway heading. So it's going to take us on a different track if we're actually using Ian.
Go over that peninsula, it looks like.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
There's the runway.
Flaps 47.
Yeah, I've selected approach. See if it will actually take it. Not convinced. Nope.
So basically this is restricted to
visual. Yes sir, you see there it's trying to make us bug out, you see, so it's visual only. Right, so in this case our Ian was there but it wasn't useful, so
no night landings, I assume.
Probably not. Interstate, give me a minute to get this thing on the ground, then we can analyze what you're talking about there. You see, the go around happened very fast. I mean, it turned me away before I could even get close to really using that Ian anyway.
Approaching 3-6.
Yeah. Daniel, I am using Skymatix Pro with the real weather connector, and I'm using Active Sky as the weather injector. And we've got that wind now. That wind's moving, eh?
400. 300.
Bit high.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Trying, Uncle John. Sorry, that was a hard landing because I was running out of runway.
Reverse unlocked. Auto brake in use. Stabilized.
It is the whole big scenery, yes, that is true. 437.
60 knots.
Now, when you run out of box and you've
Nice
got a
landing.
dip
Really
in the
not
ocean
bad
at the
this
other
time.
side, you put it down. You don't play, unfortunately. Yeah. It's lovely. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sorry, Krista, to disappoint you there. I was running out of runway, so I had to put it down. So yeah, it's lovely scenery. This one of the best investments I've made in a while. Eh? I know. I can do
100
better,
remaining.
Krista. I can do better. Promise. We had a couple of challenges. You know, my mind was preoccupied with everything that happened during that Ian attempt.
On runway
The sound. But you know what? It's all part of the fun. Carito. I'm not sure what the actual URL is. Just Google explain. It's something about explain.com. If somebody's got the actual URL, don't post it. It won't go through. It'll block you. But if somebody can just mention it. But you can Google explain by explain. You know, BUY explain Google. It'll take you straight to the Laminar search. The search will take you to the Laminar site, or you can get it on Steam. You can actually buy it on Steam. I think we're going to visit this place a few more times. And now, I mean, this is a good flight to go to.
You clear the runway?
No, almost. I'll tell you now. Are you that close? Oh yeah, I've got you visual. Yeah. Okay, I'm speeding up. Uncle John, this is a nice flight for Madeira and back. And the runways or the approaches are very similar.
Yes,
so
right?
Yeah, you can get really good training now. Thank you, Krister. Appreciate that.
Good morning all. Happy New Year.
Hey, same to you. Off the landing procedure. Okay, Anthony, off runway, you can come.
Thank you.
After landing procedure.
Ooh, this runway's got a bit of a rise here.
Yeah.
Hunchback.
After landing procedure
I'm going
completed.
around.
Okay.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Too much water.
Yeah, there's a cliff on the other side. When I park now, I'm just going to look around outside a little bit. I mean, thank you, Amar. Yeah, no, look, this is the first time I've landed here now. It's going to take a little bit of practice, and then I'll show you guys I can do a better job. But for what we did, it was excellent. It was absolutely spot on. Otherwise, I would have had to do a go around as well. If you land outside the box with this aircraft, there's a good chance you're not stopping.
Do they ever come in from the other side?
I don't know. I don't know, we can check now. Let me just park. Hands are full, guys, hands are full. And then there's that one question that I briefly read, but it looked like a lot of work, so we'll get to that one as well. Alright, shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
Doesn't look like it, Joe. The approach is only for runway 36 NDB. They've got an unspecified NDB approach here, but yeah, if you go to that chart, it does look as if they do it, eh? It does look as if they do it, but it's not specific to that runway. It just says unspecified runway.
Shutdown procedure completed.
You see, makes sense. Right, where's that big question? I wanted to ask a question. Is it intended like real that
Bring it from the other side, it would have to be like really, really good weather.
Okay, interstate. I'm going to answer some of it, what I can. Okay, first of all, in the Zibo tablet, there is a setting that will synchronize the PFD with the ISFD. Alright, one of the issues that I have is this lady over here. So there's specific settings that you need to use when you use her. I need to find the correct settings. Not sure if it's here. Yes. Nope. There. So over here you can sync the QNH minimums, alright, and you can also sync the pilot standby barrow, alright. For Linda it has to be off, alright. So if you want the two barrows to show the same, you have to put it on captain, nominate captain or FO, whichever side you fly from, and that will synchronize them. In the current state, as you can see, mine does not agree with each other, 1023 versus 1013. But when I actually sync it, I'm not sure if it's going to do it immediately. Yeah, you see there, it's immediately synchronized. So that's just a setting, that's the one. The call outs, as far as I know, again, we're talking settings, and you have different settings. I just want to put this off again. There are different callouts. So if you go through the call out list, it starts here on page 2, and you go through, you will see that some of these ones have got an option to go smart, and I'll explain that now. And then you've got your normal 1000 foot stable that you can switch on or off, and then you've got another smart one. So what happens is, the way it works in the real world is there's a difference in call outs, for instance, between RNAV and an ILS approach, all right, and this takes care of that. The Zibo automatically discerns which approach you're using, and it will give you the appropriate call outs. All right, I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're asking, but yeah, you've got to play with the settings then. Where's that question again? Alright, you're gonna have to play with this above and below story, because it could be that your weather engine is acting up or not acting up or doing what it's supposed to do, or you have an external influence. in essence, that's about all I can answer you about that question of yours. So I hope it helps. Yeah, you've got to sync it. That's I just seen that other question. Gate 9 jetway does not work correctly when approaching the gate or from startup. Gate 5 works when entering the gate, but not at startup. I presume, Bill, you're talking about where I'm standing now somewhere, okay? Well, Obex, I'm sure they will fix it at some point in time. Anthony, how far are you?
20 nautical miles out.
Oh.
Turning around again.
Alright, then I'm gonna just quickly disconnect from the server. Yeah. You're welcome. I need to take these reflections out again. Plant, yes, absolutely. That was a good plant, that one. Hard, proper. Oh yeah, now I had to make a plan. It was decision time. You either put it down or you go around. Eh? Next time we'll know. Stunning. It is a bit special for sure. You're welcome, Krester and Dominic. I see you've left a message. Dominic, no, I'll have to update the settings. Zibo changed a few things in the interim. There's like 2 or 3 settings missing. I'll have to take some pictures and just update it. You can use what is there. It will obviously just exclude the latest settings, but start by using those ones and then we'll add the other ones later. No, we're gonna go fire up the barbecue now. Don't worry. Ons gaan braai. Ja.
Nou gaan ons braai.
Nou gaan ons braai. Yeah. I just want to really just finish the stream. Anthony, move it.
Okay.
Engine start procedure completed. Flaps 40 set. TARA mode set. Taxi lights on. 80 knots. Throttle hold. Reverse unlocked. 60 knots. All commands and checklists aborted. Nice landing, really not bad this time. Reverse unlocked. TARA mode set.
She says great landing,
Reverse
really
unlocked.
not bad this time.
60
No,
knots.
she's still talking nonsense. I
Nice
aborted
landing.
the checklist
Really
and
not
stuff,
bad
but
this time.
that happens
Flaps
after
upset.
you do a replay. So just want to see where Anthony is located. No, this is one of the best sceneries, eh? Awesome, Dominic. And Richard, thank you for watching.
I'd like to see this in the jaw.
Yeah, we'll do it.
The jaw's been behaving quite nicely lately.
And there's Anthony. There's the boss. He's coming. He's coming. While we're waiting for him. How's with all the cars and everything, eh? There? Tell me.
Must be a beautiful place to visit, huh? I wonder if anybody's been there in the group.
Have you been there, Uncle John? Okay. La Palma, in the Canary Islands. Yeah. Uncle John says he's been there.
Oh, love to hear about it.
Chris, I did not have an issue like that. Mine worked as normal. Check your lights configuration. Check your startup configuration in the EFB that it's been set to cold and dark. Maybe just delete the folder and reinstall it then. Sounds like there could be a bug. You should have started with a clean fresh 45 full and then just add the latest fix in there. Give it a shot. Let me know. Go Anthony, go Anthony. If you can't do it, no one can.
You sound like my passengers.
Just another thought, aviation, Chris. Did you do a save configuration in the EFB while the loading button was running? In other words, it becomes a default configuration.
Yeah, okay, now then when you reinstall it, make sure you don't copy any configuration files over again. So rather start clean fresh without any configuration files, reset up everything and don't save it in that state. Yeah. We might have a winner here.
Based on how those wind turbines are turning, looks like there's wind here.
Yes. It pushed me a bit, eh? And it was not stable when it moved direction. Plantom, wimpy, plantom. Are we expecting rain again today, Uncle John? Mm. I'm just asking because what's the rush for the fire? Oh. Welcome, Anthony. Good landing.
Okay.
Yeah. He saw me, you see. Make a right, all my stuff up.
That hump really throws you off.
Yeah, it does. I think that's partly, one of the things you're gonna have to get used to at this airport, that hump. No, he's gonna have to turn around there. Typical South African, just turn in the middle of the road.
Yeah, taxi driver.
Yeah, hazards on. Tweet. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, Uncle John says nice one. We can't hear you on stream, Uncle John.
Yeah.
Nice landing.
Thanks, Sean.
Right, okay, that's it. Gentlemen, we will try our best to be back later on with another stream. I think we need to fly from here back to Madeira. Yes. And yeah, we're going to try. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye.
Have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Uncle John. Yes, guys, have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Nico.